Got him!
That was awesome. That was a great movie.
Yeah.
What's in the box? Welcome to the Cinema Sandbox. I'm Kristopher G.
I'm Jordan Sherwood. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Techno-thrillers. What do you know about them? What do you love about them?
They are thrilling. They are technologically advanced.
They are indeed. We are looking at one of the classics from 1983, Blue Thunder.
Blue Thunder.
Directed by John Badham, starring Scheider.
It's a awesome time capsule of LA. If you are from here or love LA, this is a really fun look at it, especially from above.
This was in around 1983, 1984. And there are a lot of ideas about surveillance and police states and technological advances and crowd control and all that sort of stuff that played a certain way in 1983, 1984.
Especially because of the Orwell novel.
Also, it's still at the height of the Cold War. So I think kind of the techno-thriller started to bloom around this time because of that. We saw things like Firefox.
Let's see what this baby can do. I don't know what it is, but I'm a sitting duck.
But this film is an interesting look because it takes these ideas about surveillance in a certain way. And then if we look at this film now in 2026, where we all have our own personal surveillance devices that we actually pay for these to allow different agencies to spy.
Easy.
It's a completely different world. So does this film, would it even play today to an audience? Could you remake this? That's kind of some of the questions we had in our backs of our minds when we were watching this film. The screenplay was co-written by Dan O'Bannon and Don Jacoby. Dan O'Bannon, you might know, who was the writer on Alien and other films. He started with John Carpenter doing Dark Star, which was like basically a big student film. Then was involved with Jodorowsky's Dune at one point.
Oh, awesome.
And then, went on to work on Alien and Total Recall. I read that he got the idea for this living in Hollywood back in the late 70s, where hearing helicopters circle for hours around your apartment building is not an unusual occurrence. And, you either go get driven crazy by it or you just kind of accept it. But he just got to thinking about
what are they doing up there?
What are they doing? The surveillance state, that Orwellian sense of Big Brother is watching, and here are these machines in the sky watching us. So that was kind of one of the inspirations for the story.
This was directed by John Badham, and the way you described him was he's a reliable, dependable journeyman.
Probably Latin American and almost certainly illegal aliens.
He was behind some of the big hits in the 1980s, whether it was War Games. This film, I think, performed pretty well. Short Circuit was another one. He did some stuff a little later into the 90s that were hits. On a Wire and some of that other stuff like that. Throughout his films, I don't know if there's an authorial stamp, like you would watch 5 seconds of a Hitchcock movie and you kind of know that's Hitchcock or Spielberg or whatever. But in this case, you're just like, it could be really anybody. That's not to diminish his talents. He is a really strong director, and he gets it, and he can handle effects, and he can handle performance.
Frank, I'm gonna have to get tough on you. Are you ready for that?
I'm ready.
So in a nutshell, the film is about Roy Scheider, who plays a police officer. He's in the police department air division. It's not specifically the LAPD. It's just called the Metropolitan Police in the film. But they're using locations that are LAPD locations in the film. But it's just about him getting involved in this government program to test out a new helicopter that's high-tech, state-of-the-art surveillance,
weaponry,
and
all of that.
and uncovers a plot that the helicopter may be being used for nefarious purposes.
The composer, Arthur B. Rubinstein. I don't know much about him.
Arthur B. Rubinstein was an interesting guy. I would almost say a musical equivalent of John Badham, wherein he is a classically trained composer and did a lot of very big films and television shows. He's a great, versatile composer, and this score we can talk about a little later, but it was highly electronic to kind of fit in with the high tech.
The end credit song has been stuck in my head since we watched it because it's so fucking good. And this cast was stacked. Had, as you mentioned, Roy Scheider, Malcolm McDowell, Warren Oates, Candy Clark, and one of my childhood staples, Daniel Stern. I know him best from Home Alone, of course.
But Warren Oates, who plays he plays the quintessential harried police chief, you know, all those cliched tropes of being called into the chief's office and getting getting reamed out, and you've got one more chance, and then like, I want your badge and your gun on my that kind of thing is all.
He's so good.
But he delivers it in such a way that you don't care that it's sort of cliche. It's just like his lines are funny. He's really well written.
You're supposed to be stupid, son. Don't abuse the privilege. For Christ's sakes. I had 20 years in this outfit when your idea of a big time was sitting in front of the TV tube, watching Bugs Bunny, and gnawing on your fudgesicle.
His last film, unfortunately, he did not live to see the film.
Oh, wow.
Released. I think he died shortly after its production, and in fact, the film is dedicated to him at the end.
How did they end up getting Roy Scheider for this role?
What I heard, and I don't know if this is apocryphal, but they were in the midst of planning to do Jaws 3 in an effort to make himself unavailable and like book himself so he wouldn't be available. It is said that he took this film. I don't know if that's true or not. This doesn't seem like a step down. It seems like a really high profile, good project to be on anyway. But yeah, maybe his decision was hastened.
Jaws 3 was also legendary in its use of technology, and it gave audiences something that they've never seen before.
Well, I mean, it was part of the 3D boom of the 80s.
It's notoriously terrible.
It's notoriously terrible, and the 3D is notoriously not that great. So the Academy Awards just added their stunt coordination award. I don't think they've even awarded one yet, have they?
I don't think
so. I think it'll be next year or something like that. This film could easily win that because the sophistication of the stunt work here, there is no green screen. There are a few model shots of the helicopters, but by and large, those are just helicopters over the city being photographed from another helicopter or a plane or whatever. And some of the shots are breathtaking.
All right, let's try this.
Really highlights Los Angeles. And
it's an LA movie.
I mean, I think this city is beautiful from the ground, just looking around. But when you go up and look at it from above, I mean, whether it's from Griffith Park or one of these skyscrapers out here or a helicopter, it's absolutely incredible. And the shots they get here.
And this film is a great time capsule of some of the landmarks and what has changed and what has stayed the same. It opens with the rookie having his first night, Lyman Good, played by Dana Stern, having his first night on the job as an observer, which is the helicopter support team that flies around and shines lights on you and spots things from the air and all that fun stuff.
They call Lyman Good a Jaffo, but they don't tell him what it stands for.
Yeah, he gets that hat.
Hey, thanks for that.
Hey, Jaffo, how's it going?
What is this Jaffo shit, though?
Look up.
What's Jaffo?
Look down. Look left.
Montoya.
Look right. I said, don't worry
What is
about
Jaffo?
it. Adios.
I love the way the table is set for this film because you get you get the rookie, you get kind of what the air support is, and then you get Murphy's character, which is something wrong with him because he's doing this
a touch of non-flashbacks and
yeah, we don't know that yet, but he's doing this test with his watch.
Sort of a test. I read somewhere that if you really think you're going over the edge, the first thing you lose is your sense of time. With your eyes shut, you can't tell 25 seconds from 5.
So they go up and do their first shift in the helicopter. Murphy asks Lyman Good why he shows this detail, and he says, oh, I just want to be up in the air at safe and not shot at and having to kick in doors and everything.
immediately gets shot at.
Let's get out of here, man.
Yeah, hit him with the light.
I got him.
Jesus Christ! Welcome to air support.
I saw a guy in Koreatown one time who was crossing the street when a helicopter was going over. He looked up and saw it and dropped his pants and pulled out his dick and was like shaking it out.
Lyman Good has heard that there is a woman in Encino who, on the dot every night at whatever, 8 o'clock, does yoga in the nude and can be seen from...
In the privacy of her own home.
Oh, yeah, in her home, but she's got floor-to-ceiling windows and no drapes. So it's... Even her neighbors would see her if she were...
That's true.
But they, as an initiation thing, he takes Lyman Good.
Oh, my God. There she is.
Oh my God.
Oh, my God.
And as they're watching nude yoga lady, another assault takes place in Brentwood on a very prominent city commissioner who is head of the task force on urban violence.
Okay, get the briefcase.
But she's also very critical of the police department and just of law enforcement as an apparatus.
Their use of force and
yeah,
and all that sort of stuff. And race relations because she's obviously a black woman. So she gets shot, and Murphy and Lyman get called into the boss's office.
I just hope I'm not called on by the chief to explain why 2 of my people were hovering over Encino at 10:30 p.m. while Commissioner McNeely was getting the shit kicked out of her in her very own front yard in fashionable Brentwood.
McNeely, Linden Road, that's her?
Of the mayor's special task force on urban violence. A little touch of irony there if you like that sort of thing, huh?
Murphy also learns some details that kind of tip him off to this isn't right. He pointed out that there's not going to be multiple vehicles and people staking out for a random attack. This is something that's planned.
So here's the way it's coming down with you guys. You're grounded, both of you.
Grounded.
Murphy immediately goes home that night.
That's his view from his front yard?
This is 80s. It's 80s. The police gave him this apartment, this house, as a signing bonus.
I don't think that's how this works.
I don't know whether a postcard from Laguna means that we're speaking again, but call me when you get in, okay?
We are introduced to his... I don't even know what they are. It seems like they were seeing each other.
They're a situationship is what we would call it these days.
Right. She's a single mom, played by Candy Clark.
Freeze! For Christ's sake, Murphy!
I'm not quite sure what the conflict was between them. Maybe his...
I think she's more into him than he's into her. But she's ride or die for him, as it establishes early on. She's crazy about him. She'll do anything for him.
Mm-hmm. Soon after, Murphy is snooping around the commissioner's house for clues, and he finds a little scrap of paper or something stuck in the tree.
What it is? I don't know. I found it up where Diana McNeely was killed.
I think it's got something to do with that urban violence stuff.
Even though they're grounded, he gets called in because they want him for some special detail.
They go out for a military demonstration. And this is the aircraft that's being brought in for security detail.
You say this thing has anti-terrorist capabilities. Are you saying it's armed?
That I am.
They have this whole little mini town set up.
Fake town, yeah.
And they're saying, okay, the figures that are marked in red, those are the bad guys, and the white ones are all the civilians that we're here to protect. Doesn't really go as planned.
No. They've enlisted Murphy to try out this helicopter over Los Angeles. And the test pilot at this demonstration turns out to be kind of a long-lost nemesis of Murphy's from their Vietnam days.
Finally made colonel, eh? You're a nice guy. Nice things happen to you. I'll try to remember that.
The beef that he has with Murphy, it goes both ways. Because he's like, this guy's not right for it, but we'll deal with it anyway. Because he wants to fuck with him. He wants to sabotage his machine.
They make reference to the fact that there's this legend that Murphy had done a complete loop-de-loop in a helicopter once. And Malcolm McDowell has never seen it. He's always kind of bugging Murphy.
You're telling me it was a complete 360 right over the top?
A full loop.
I thought that was impossible.
It is.
It's not the Blue Thunder that he sabotages.
It's just their normal helicopter. He's, I guess, just going to put it through paces over LA. I'm not sure. Just a test flight.
I really liked that scene after the crash because just the way that all of those people were clamoring to get the helicopter open to, pull off the wreckage.
Jason, don't you broke your fucking neck!
I hope you broke your neck.
Switches, night vision, infrared filter, target system.
Murphy and Lyman Good, being the rebels that they are, eventually take Blue Thunder itself out for a little joyride one night.
Hey, does your buddy Cochran drive a gray Corvette?
Yeah, why?
Check 9 o'clock. He's in some kind of hurry.
Using the highly sensitive recording equipment, records through the walls a backdoor meter.
They're just testing out the new equipment.
Where are we?
Federal building.
Really? Hey, you want to find out what's going on in there?
I certainly do. Here goes the whisper mode.
They hear that the thing with the commissioner was an assassination. They wanted her.
She knew too much.
The plot is to stir up racial unrest in Los Angeles and, to get people afraid so that they can justify bringing in this highly invasive military, basically grade machine so that they can get this project pushed through.
This pilot, Murphy, Frank Murphy. I think, Mr. Holmes.
That I should take him out.
You mean kill him?
One important point is that there is like a black box recording device inside the helicopter that records any surveillance they make.
Let me show it to you here. It all goes in a locked memory bank here in the belly. Each reel is code numbered.
And this little bug erases the tape on a signal from Central Command.
As they are listening in on the conversation, Cochran opens up the curtain.
Hold your nose, we're in deep shit. Let's get the hell out of here.
They have this clandestine meeting on recording, and they're going to, Lyman Good is going to stow it for safekeeping.
It looked like after all that, Lyman Good just went home. It didn't show what he did with the tape. He just puts his Letterman jacket back on and
goes home with his groceries, but gets greeted by the goon squad.
He gives a good chase, though.
This is
what it's like being a pedestrian in LA.
This is just normal.
Yeah.
He's not really being chased.
Just me walking to work every day.
You think he's going to get away at the very last moment, the fucking cyclists.
You can't with these cyclists in LA. God damn.
Murphy goes into the helicopter and listens to this message that Lyman Good had left. It's kind of a little touching moment.
Post-mortem message from the grave.
Yeah.
Hey, boss, how's it going? Listen, I got the tape, but I can't take it home. It doesn't feel safe to take it home, so I think I'm going to take it well, there's this drive-in that I go to at Riverside and Victory.
In a dumpster at a drive-in movie theater, and then says he figures out I finally figured out what Jaffo means.
Just another fucking observer, huh?
He fires up the helicopter, and he's going to go get that tape and reveal it to the media.
Obviously, after pulling a gun on his colleague, has a APB out on his ass.
Hello?
Hey, it's Frank.
Frank, where are you? I've been worried sick about you.
I'm okay, baby. Listen, gotta do me a favor. I want you to pick up a
Package for me. It's in a drive-in at the corner of Victory and Riverside.
He's going to kind of air support her as she's driving like a mad woman through the city.
Oh, fuck. That was a good stunt. I don't think it was meant to go like that.
But he's got in pursuit 2 other police choppers that are trying to shoot him down.
We turn the face over, got all 5.
He easily dispatches them, though, because this machine not only is it armor plated, but it's got like a rotating gun turret.
Oh, damn, hang on!
Sorry about that, my friend.
Not another construction site.
Candy Clark goes racing through trying to get this tape to the TV studio, and Murphy is trying to elude the various attempts to bring him down. Then there's an amazing chase through the LA River. I think is stunning stunt work there, because they are really flying. And I think I mentioned they probably use lenses that kind of compress the perspective a lot so that it looks like they were near missing more than probably what they were. But it's still dangerous flying. I mean, they're flying literally under bridges. And
this is where I got to say that scene, and I want probably a few others, were recreated, referenced, just used in Grand Theft Auto. You know, you're tasked with flying the helicopter under those exact bridges that are recreated in the game throughout the LA River.
He does get her to the television station, and where Orville Redenbacher is waiting for her.
Hi, I'm Dick Fisher, and I'll get the Mario for you if you'd like.
No, I have to give this to Mr. Mosier or Mr. here.
Machado.
Machado.
I'm his producer. I'd be delighted to bring it up for you.
No, I don't think so.
It escalates quickly.
Right.
I'll blow your head.
The tape is in the right hands, but will Murphy survive? We don't know.
This is March Control. Affirmative. Engage and destroy. I repeat, engage and destroy.
He does a cool thing, though, that with the heat-seeking missile. In one instance, he flies in front of a barbecue chicken stand, which is down in Little Tokyo here, and waits for the missile, and the last minute pulls up.
Boosh.
Holy shit!
Chimkins everywhere.
One of your missiles just took out a barbecue shack down in Little Tokyo.
Francis, isn't that Ray's district?
Yes, it is.
Do you have his number?
Right here.
Well, you better give him a call because they're going to be calling him and he's going to be calling us. And if we don't call him before he calls us.
He does a similar thing with the two buildings. The sun is hitting one of the reflective buildings in downtown. So there's like a sunspot.
Hell yes.
Oh my God.
And it's a really amazing shot done with very large scale models, recreations of those buildings. That, you know, I mean, like those were huge models. So you get that scale. Then it's up to Cochran. He's like the boss level. And amazingly, I mean, they're flying not above the buildings, they're flying between the buildings. And I don't know how I don't think they could do it now. I don't know how they got clearance to do that, because one little mistake and they crash into a building, or, you know, like.
Did they clear them out first?
I mean, that's the only thing I was thinking, is maybe they were able to clear blocks out, because like this is back in '83 when no one lived downtown. It was way before this kind of influx of residential, but now are lofts and stuff that people live in. So I think it'd be much more difficult now. And of course they wouldn't do it. They would just do everything digital now and it would look fine, but not the same, you know?
Yeah.
It wouldn't have that same reality.
Murphy is getting these flashbacks from Nam. A part of his trauma that he's reliving is seeing his colleagues drop one of the, like an unarmed Vietnamese person just out of the helicopter midair. I think in the final flashback, it reveals that it's actually Cochran who does that.
Who pushes the guy off.
Just evil fucker all around.
So yeah, fantastic chase through the streets, just amazing stunt work, you know, blowing up stuff.
All right, Murphy. About time you put your money where your mouth is.
How does Murphy outwit Cochran in the end?
Well, he finally shows him the legend that he's been doubting this whole time. He pulls off the maneuver. 1, 2, 3. Oh, you gotta invert the bird.
Come on, you tell us shit.
He's always got to say something like that. Smile, you son of a bitch.
That's impossible.
Hell yeah. Blew him up real good.
He did blow up real good.
We were blowing up.
Boy, he blowed up good. Blowed up real good.
While they're fighting, Candy Clark manages to get the tape on the air.
Jesus Christ, Lolly, you ought to hear this stuff. These guys, they sound like cops and feds. They're stirring up trouble in the barrio to prove what that goddamn chopper can do. It's all right here.
It's nighttime now as the sun's setting, and he sets down on the helicopter down on the middle of a train track where this is a big locomotive coming towards him. I like the way they shot that, because you didn't know that he got out. You thought, oh, is he committing suicide?
And then from all the angles.
Different angles, and then the final angle is him actually walking away.
Nice.
Yes! Walk away from it. Don't look back. It's like that trope of your badass heroic character walking away from an explosion but not looking back at it. Because, I mean,
but I like
explosions are fun to look at.
No, but I like the way he flinches, though, because that totally... Did you notice?
No, I didn't.
He goes like this when it blows up. I can imagine he's got the PTSD, and so the explosion probably made him flinch. It fits his character. I don't know if that was just Roy Scheider actually doing that.
Maybe.
And then it just happens to fit. Like, it makes sense. But it just humanizes him. Looking at this, though, today, it's quaint because
it was such an amazing concept in the early 80s that you could have this device up there in the sky that you could do and now we've got phones in our pockets. We're not impressed by these things.
Yeah, and that's always the problem with techno-thrillers, is that the technology becomes obsolete.
Yeah. But that makes it charming, I think.
Is it Arthur C. Clarke who said any sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic? Everything our technology does, it becomes smaller and smaller and smaller, and everything's in the box. It's hidden. We don't, really know how. I really couldn't tell you how this functions. I know it's a computer, basically, but I don't know what's going on in here. It's closer to magic than it is to technology. But here, everything's big and clunky and mechanical. It's not virtual.
Those big tapes.
Those big-ass tapes. Even the heads-up displays, they look like Atari video games.
As well as being a techno-thriller, this is also in the cop genre.
But it's not...
I wouldn't call it copaganda.
It's not copaganda. As a student, in the 1960s, 70s, Dan O'Bannon, I think, was a hippie. And so he had that sense of anti-authoritarianism and concerns about, fascism and police states. As if you look at the film Alien, what is that film, if not a conflict between the working class and a faceless corporation that decides they're expendable?
There's a lot of layers on top of that, but that is, at its core, what the story is.
No. So this film was released in 1983, about a year or so before Los Angeles hosted the 1984 Olympics.
I declare open the Olympic Games of Los Angeles.
We are now a couple of years here in Los Angeles from hosting again in 2028.
Yeah.
Is that the year?
2028.
So we got a little over a year and a half, I guess, until that starts again. Giving us pause to think about what will the conversations around surveillance and anti-terrorism, all eyes will be on Los Angeles.
And for a few short weeks, the attention of the world is going to be focused on this town. And every nutcase and terrorist and crazy with a pipe bomb and a cause is drooling about it already. And that's what this special detail is all about.
We don't have a ton of details yet on kind of what the plans are going to be as far as, aircraft and whatnot. But we do know that, the money's coming in.
During a city council budget hearing yesterday, Chief Jim McDowell said the LAPD is facing a massive funding problem for the 2028 Olympic Games.
The $1 billion budget is for all agencies involved in the Olympics, not just the LAPD, and will be restricted primarily to police officer overtime.
This situation kind of had us wondering to ourselves, like, would they or could they remake this?
Yeah, and I always think it just wouldn't play the same because I think people wouldn't know what all the fuss is about because we're all spied on in our, you say something and your phone's on the table and a minute later you're getting ads for that thing.
I walk by and hear a baby crying and then I get an ad for diapers.
OMG, so soft. So soft that I feel so free.
It's not a secret. We know that that's what's happening. Whether it's literally surveilling us or what we type in there or what we search, it's all data that's going to somebody.
Edward Snowden leaked and confirmed all of this information to us 15, 16 years ago.
And nobody cared. When I say nobody cares, I don't mean nobody cares. Obviously, he does, and people that care. But I'm talking about the general mainstream zeitgeist. People have better things to do with their time. It didn't change.
It got worse.
There's just no momentum behind any of these movements. The scale of this has become now global and
so much further than any of the villains in this could have ever dreamed. Weeks ago, LAPD canceled a really controversial contract with this company called Flock, who was installing cameras throughout the city. A lot of growing concerns among citizens that these cameras were being used for much more than what they were being sold, which was, just traffic safety People were even going as far as going out and finding the cameras and physically destroying them.
And even a candidate for Congress in Tennessee, running as an independent, is currently facing felony vandalism charges for allegedly using a shotgun to take out flock cameras.
Or taking more conventional means by writing their council members and things like that. But a very concerted movement that led to LAPD actually canceling that contract.
But in the meantime, while they were canceling that, what other 5 things got in the back door that we didn't hear about that they're now doing? Technology far outstrips our ability to legislate, and then we have an administration that doesn't want to have any protections. So it's much, much, much worse than this film ever portrayed. It makes this look positively
Malcolm McDowell's
naive.
character's wet dream.
Yeah.
Like Kenneth Mejia's office, the city controller, they did a big audit back in 2023. And what's really shocking is the types of flights that they're going out for. 61% of these flights are just classified as non-priority at all. And it's stuff like funerals, it's stuff like retirement ceremonies,
bullshit,
graduations.
Yeah. We've had them. We've been on a roof here and had them circling around saying, "Congratulations, Officer blah, 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 for your 47th year on the force." And we're like,
we're being subjected to it and we're paying for it.
It's ridiculous, yeah.
Yeah, just send a fucking email.
And they don't care.
LAPD routinely flies below FAA regulations. That means way too low to the ground. Disproportionately so in black neighborhoods, of course. Their official written policy is they shall not investigate noise complaints. Their official policy is just fuck you.
There are people in this community who do not like police officers flying over their homes, peeking in their windows. You know what they'll do with this? They'll burn you.
Jordan, what do you have by way of a recommendation?
I wanted to go to a similar time and a similar place, LA, once again. I love movies about LA. But this is another one from the mid-'80s, and it's got a fucking killer soundtrack. It's called To Live and Die in LA. Wang Chung does the soundtrack. I've got that on vinyl and cassettes.
I think what this film does too captures really well is this kind of hot summer feel of LA. I mean, the opening credits with the Wang Chung music is just these orange skies with palm trees against these blazing orange sky, and you just get this oppressive heat sense, which is kind of all throughout the movie. Everyone's sweaty. It's a real terse procedural. I'm going to recommend Francis Ford Coppola's The Conversation.
The best bar none.
Best what?
The best bugger on the West Coast.
Jaguar Hotel, room 773. Kill us if you got the chance. Kill us if you got the chance.
It's a very intimate look with one of Gene Hackman's greatest performances of a surveillance guy, a wiretapper. It's just microphones and tape recorders. It's not like high-tech digital AI, machine learning technology. He's just trying to do a job where he has to record this couple and turn in these tapes. And it turns out to be a murder plot, but it has all sorts of things to do with the ethics and morals of surveillance, and the character is a devout Catholic, so he's having Catholic guilt.
I've been involved in some work that I think will be used to hurt these two people.
Early performance of Harrison Ford, which is funny. He has a very small part. But it's just a great post-Watergate conspiracy thriller. Coppola was not really ever that jazzed about doing The Godfather. It was his Star Wars. He just kind of fell into it and it became a huge blockbuster. And he's always said The Conversation is really the kind of film he's always wanted to make. More European, quieter, more about internal, psychology and that kind of stuff. Anyway, I think it's a perfect film. It's a great companion piece and a little bit more sobering than Blue Thunder. Blue Thunder is just a rousing techno-thriller.
Explosions and chases.
Yeah, it's got some great chases and explosions, all that sort of stuff. But this is more of a character piece. When we got the 4K edition of this, which is, again, I beautiful new transfer of this film. Beautiful high definition. You can really see the city from the air. And now that I live here, looking at all the landmarks that I know from just daily walking around, we thought it might be interesting to do a kind of a now and then look at some of these locations because, it's kind of a cool thing.
And it's all right here.
So that's our look at Blue Thunder from 1983. We hope you enjoy the film. And if you have some thoughts about this film or the techno-thriller in general, what are some of your favorites? Comment in the section below and let us know what you think. And also make sure you hit that like and subscribe button because we want to keep bringing you these episodes in this age of AI slop. These episodes are handmade for you. We're coming fast and furious towards the fall spooky season. So we're looking for some recommendations of spooky films that maybe are a little bit off the beaten path, some hidden gems that you'd like to see us cover and do some deep dives on.
We've all seen Halloween. We've all seen Friday the 13th.
We're not going to do Halloween. We're not doing Friday the 13th. We're going to throw some curveballs at you, but let us know if you have anything that you're interested in us covering. So from us here at the Cinema Sandbox, I'm Kristopher G.
I'm Jordan Sherwood. Thank you so much for joining us.
We'll see you next time. Take care.